walking down gates. Yeah, we were born to be wild. It's my life, rocking as an 80s child. Our Beatles were leopards and snakes. You go wild, falling into Sunset Strip. I wanna rock, feel the noise. Hey, 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 hey. Rock the life, the times right now, today. Rock the life, don't let the world take your flame away.
Welcome to Rock the Life, a podcast for fans by fans. I'm Katya.
I'm Amy.
And Amy, today we kind of have a backstage pass into one of today's great musicians, teachers, and kind of everything in between. And we are shining the spotlight on guitar powerhouse Brandon Paul, guitarist, educator, wizard, and
Wizard.
someone that I was introduced to by Amy when she saw him perform and couldn't stop talking about him playing in the band Pyromania. And
Incredibly amazing and such a nice guy. Oh my gosh. Amazing, just all around great guy. Really, really like Brandon. Good guy.
And it is a kind of fun week to launch this episode with Brandon because as he plays in Pyromania, a Def Leppard tribute band, Def Leppard got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And, you know, so now we have someone who is, as we talk about keeping the music alive, he is keeping the momentum, playing with the band, and doing an amazing job from everything I've seen and heard. And I have not seen him live, but I have been able to watch him on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, where he is doing guitar lessons. He is playing covers. He is doing live footage. He has a very fun and present social media presence that has racked up, like, I think tens of millions of views.
Yeah. And the way that he's able to be so diverse, I absolutely love, between all of the artists that he's worked with, working with stadiums and doing a lot of work with international artists. I absolutely just adore his flexibility and his range of skills. I love that rock is in his heart and his core. But I'm so thrilled for him and his experiences. Just so you know, this week he is touring with Enough's Enough. So if you are around any of the places that Enough's Enough is going to be, you will see Brandon on the road. So don't miss that. Worth it.
Janet, like I said, he is playing it forward by teaching and keep playing with bands, keeping the music alive. And I think you will really like listening to him just as much as we liked talking to him. He's wonderful. Okay, so here is Brandon Paul.
Enjoy.
Hey, Brandon, welcome to Rock the Life. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Hi.
Long time no see, right?
2 days.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing how fast this came about. What was Saturday for you? Sorry.
Saturday was my show with Pyromania, the number one Def Leppard tribute in the world. The only Def Leppard tribute promoted by Def Leppard themselves. That's not just me saying that.
Yep.
But we had 2 gigs, Friday and Saturday, one in Roseville, California, and Saturday, Feather Falls Casino, which is Oroville, California. There you go. And that's where we all got to meet.
Yay! It was so fun. I kid you not, like, I had not seen Pyromania. I was blown away. I was like, I can see exactly why Pyromania would be promoted by Def Leppard. Everything was tight. Everything was just perfection. And I really felt like you did the guys proud. So as a Def Leppard fan, like huge Def Leppard
Well,
fan.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you for coming out. And, you know, I've been in the band now, I think for 2 years, something like that, maybe a little bit longer. But the band's been going for over 20 years. They've had the tribute going for a long time. So they've paid the dues. They've put in the time. And it's an amazing band. When people ask me, hey, who are you playing with this weekend or that weekend? And I mentioned Pyromania. I often just follow up by saying, this is actually like a really, really good band. And I don't know how to say that because I don't want to sound a certain way, but there's a lot of chemistry when we all play together. It's just a really, really good band. The great guys.
Yeah.
Well, and Brandon, how did you get involved with the band? How did you first join in?
Yeah, so I was friends with Jimmy, the drummer, on Facebook, and he had put out a post, I think, saying that they were looking for a guitar player. And what's funny is I had messaged him, but I was too late. They gave the gig to another guitar player. So they had already got someone to fill in for an upcoming show. And then I guess that guy didn't do up to standard or something. I don't know. But they sent me a message, or Jimmy sent me a message shortly after, and the rest is kind of history. I've been playing with them. So
now, are you all based around Los Angeles or in California?
yes. So I'm born and raised in LA. That's where I'm based. Everyone else,
Okay.
well, Andrew's in Vegas, sorry. But the rest of the guys are in Huntington Beach, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Orange County. We're in Orange County, yeah.
Okay.
Lake Forest, Huntington Beach, around those areas. So Orange County.
That's excellent.
So you're all Americans.
We are. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even think of that.
You know why I did? Because I just saw Def Leppard in England a week ago. I think it must have been
2
a week
weeks,
ago,
maybe?
and I guess
Yeah.
that's what I was laughing at. I just was thinking about that.
Really good in question, because I wouldn't have thought of that, but that's actually one of the stronger questions to ask for a Def Leppard tribute. It's like, you guys are actually from America, right?
Well, no, I think that's fair because then you have both sides of like the world, right?
I'm gonna fangirl for a second. Like, I have to tell like everybody, no joke, the feeling was so on par with being at a Def Leppard show. And, if anybody's been watching for any length of time, last summer, totally had a Def Leppard summer, caught 3 shows. Kati just came back from watching the BBC thing. It was on par. Like, it was phenomenal. It was so fun. That whole night was just perfection. It was so great. So great.
Well,
So I'm sorry, but I had to say.
Guys, no, this is amazing. Thank you so much. I'll speak for the guys. We appreciate you so much, and for you saying that. We put a lot of time into our performances. Like I said, this band's been going long before I was even a part of it. But I truly believe it's a great band, great chemistry. We pay attention to each other on stage. We communicate. We try to up the ante. How can we be better? I think we have the best singer. I mean, Andrew Freeman's phenomenal. What else can we say? Guys, world class.
How did you prepare for being in the band? Like, they call you to be in the band, and then you have to know all the songs, the chords, the like changes. Like, did you just go like totally start practicing?
Pretty much. I mean, it's kind of like every other gig in the sense that you're expected to know the material, of course. I mean, that's now with this gig specifically. I mean, we did do a rehearsal ahead of time. So I think it was like a jam rehearsal, see how it feels sort of a thing. And I mean, I went in there knowing music pretty stone cold. That's part of who I am. I mean, all the artists that I play for, which we'll get into, I'm sure, here in a little bit, it's the same process for me. I get the call and I put the hours and the time in. And in this instance with the Def Leppard tribute, trying to replicate the tones as much as I can, kind of think about the vibe, and I'm just playing and delivering if I can. Yeah.
So I have to ask, do you watch a lot of Def Leppard performances?
Not really. Me personally?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, I've seen a lot of them, it's something that I'm in the rock world for the most part. You can't not the Def Leppard, right? They're pretty much
Right.
the pit of what rock is, right?
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of the performances just because of needing to study the music and how they do it and stuff. But I'm not watching it to go, how can I copy their exact
That's what I
movements?
was going to ask.
Right.
Okay, so you don't do that. Okay, you're you. You're still you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be me. Exactly.
Okay.
It was.
Then again, be with the Destroyer guitar, which is the Phil Collins style guitar. That too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you remember from Saturday when Andrew picked up my phone, but it was Katya. She's the international incident.
I kind of remember the moment, but the funny thing is I was looking down at the time,
Mhm.
thinking about something with the guitar. I think I was in my own world for a split second. And then when I looked back up, like maybe 10 seconds later, everyone was kind of cheesing and laughing. And I'm like, oh, Andrew must have done something here. So I didn't,
It was
I
fantastic.
kind of caught on. I was like, oh, that was a moment that I missed. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it
It
was
was so
lovely
funny.
to like answer the phone and be serenaded to a Def Leppard song. It like totally made my made my weekend.
That's awesome.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, so
Awesome.
Brandon, I'm going to ask you. You are we have been like you're a totally accomplished musician. You do amazing things. Okay, how did you first get into guitar playing?
I started playing when I was 16. I was a traveling basketball player before that. So
Okay.
for my journey, it's been kind of athlete transitioning
Mhm.
musician, which I
I
don't
could see
believe
it.
that's pretty difficult.
Yeah.
My friend in high school was playing and I was hanging around him a lot, and then it kind of just rubbed off on me. And as soon as it clicked, it was like there was no turning back. And I got a
Yeah.
guitar and just practiced 10 hours a day, basically.
Yep.
But
And
that's how I came into guitar. I started when I was 16 years old in high school.
well, so no, being in LA, were you out playing clubs or what was that? What's the connection of being a young musician in LA now?
Mm.
Well, the thing is when I started, I was actually living in Kentucky. I was living in a small
Oh,
town, Elizabethtown, which they made a movie after, ironically. It's a small town. It's a long story, but
what's the movie called?
it's called Elizabethtown.
Oh, okay, Elizabethtown. Okay.
I think that's like Kirsten Dunst or something like that. It's like a love story
Okay.
movie. I've never like,
Okay.
watched the whole thing, but anyway, so I remember them making a movie about it years later, and I was like, "What of all the towns in the U.S., like small town in
Why?
Kentucky?" Okay, so I started there, and then a year and a half later, quickly moved back to Los Angeles, um, and that's when things started moving a little bit more. I didn't really start gigging until senior year, a little bit of college. Um, and to kind of answer your question, I mean, what's it like? It's, there's so much here. There's so many musicians. It's a hub. It's the
Mhm.
mecca, of music, I believe. And if you can't get it done here, you probably can't get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what were some of your early experiences gigging and playing shows? Because we've looked at your resume and you've done some amazing tours.
I appreciate that. Well, quite the opposite of what people see now. When I started, I had this like horrific talent show experience that was fairly traumatizing, actually. It was my first concert, and if you even want to call it a concert.
Right.
It just turned out super bad. My amp wasn't working. It was me yelling into a microphone. It's just really ugly.
What did you play? What did you play?
I played a Black Label Society song. I was really into like the Zach Wild Black Label Society
Mm.
stuff at the
Mhm.
played a song by them called Suffering Overdue. It's like this bluesy metal kind of a thing. That's how it started. I was in jazz band, so we would go to different
Okay.
schools and play some small little concert halls, stuff like that, playing jazz standards. And then in college, I joined this metal band, a local metal band, and we would play a little over a handful of times a year, maybe more, maybe 10 times or something. And we play clubs around West LA, clubs that are
Mhm.
now gone, but we would
Right.
play different spots in West Los Angeles. And we played the Whiskey a couple times. So, some usual suspect venues, but being in a local band, didn't really know anyone, still kind of just like delusional about where I'm going to go with all of this. But I'm glad I had that because it led me to here.
Yeah.
But those are my earliest experiences right there.
What was the bridge that led you from where you were to where you are?
Well, at the core, without a doubt, determination and passion. I mean, I'm just so focused on it. I love it. It's something that just comes out of me playing. And I think that alone is enough to just go through the trials and tribulations and all the stuff that you have to go through in any endeavor in life that kind of keeps you moving through it. So at the core, I would say that. But more so like practically networking, shaking hands, meeting people. That's really all that it comes down to, I think, in this music business is who you're connected with. Some people call it who you know, but I like to look at it as whose radar you're on lately and stuff like that. And people think of you, hey, a guitar player, can you fill in? Or hey, can you do this? Pretty much every gig I've ever had, certainly the worthwhile ones, were from somebody I knew who was associated with the band or in the band. It was very rarely like, hey, let's just go scour social media. And at that time, it wasn't even as popular when I was in high school. So, yeah.
Well, and talent. Yeah, that's sort of finding your talent.
Yeah.
Tell us some of the gigs you've toured with besides Pyromania.
Yeah. Well, I'll kind of reverse engineer this for a second. So right now, there's three main acts that I'm playing with. One is Amanda Miguel. She's this extremely famous Argentinian Spanish singer. Sold 15 million records worldwide. So it's a I'll call it a pop gig, but we're playing everything Latin, jazz, rock, blues. We'll call it pop. Let's call it that. I also play with Icons of Classic Rock, which is this huge production show that we play in Mexico, South America. It's based around these 8 singers that pretty much sang on famous songs we all know and love. So the singer Survivor, Foreigner, the original singer of AC/DC, the Romantics, the singer for Santana. The list kind of goes on and on here.
Yeah.
And then Pyromania. Those are the 3 main ones I'm touring with right now. Over time, Bobby Kimball of Toto, Lizzie Borden. I toured with Enough's Enough a little bit this year. I'll be doing more in October. Carney Wilson. The list is kind of going on here. Some pop people, Frankie Grande, Ariana Grande's brother, her family.
Yeah.
Deborah Cox. She's amazing.
Oh.
And yeah, quite a few people along the way. Rock acts, pop acts. It's kind of been this conglomerate. Yeah.
Okay, tell me about the Icons show.
I'm sorry, I'm forgetting a lot of the artists because it's like
it's a whole list. You have a whole list.
That's where I was just like, oh my goodness. So what are the different types of venues that you're playing?
It's everything. Stadiums, arenas, theaters, some clubs, not as much now, but I've played all of them though. I've played everything from completely shithole bars, excuse my language. I've played, run down things, which is fine, whatever.
Yeah.
To stadiums in South America, Mexico. I've kind of done most of it. The only things I haven't really done is like Madison Square Garden or, some of your staple, like, big Fenway Park or something. I'll get there.
The Hollywood Bowl?
I was going to say, that's just going to take the right tour.
Yeah, I haven't done that either. Yeah.
Okay.
So to answer your question, I've played in pretty much all types of venues. Right now, it's mostly with Icons. It's always in a stadium or an arena. That's for sure.
That's amazing.
Amanda Miguel, so far, it's mostly big theaters, but she does do arenas in the U.S. as well, which is huge because she's a lot more famous in Mexico and Argentina and other places. And with Pyromania, we're mainly playing theaters and bigger casinos, stuff like that. Play some big rock bars here and there, but yeah.
So you're pretty much busy constantly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you have a genre that you prefer? Like you're flexible and can do it all, but do you have something that where's your passion truly?
In rock and blues rock, that's
Yeah.
pretty much where I excel the most. It's a ground where I'm able to really showcase my ideas on the guitar, my technique
Yeah.
and everything. But it's also a place where I can improvise. Like even at that show with Pyromania that you saw, like some of those solos were completely improvised. They're off the top of my head, allowing me to be free. Whether I sink or swim, it's about being free in the moment. So
Yeah.
rock and blues is probably where my heart's at and where I get to be me at my core. Um, yeah. I mean, I love playing pop too, I guess, but it's a little bit different. It's more like
A
a
vibe.
roll and it's a vibe. Yeah, it's not so much, blaze it out or let's just
Yeah.
see exactly where this goes here. Yeah.
Right, right.
Where
Wow.
where have you had some of the most amazing fans?
Mm,
Mexico.
Because I've heard like the rock scene
we
like
hear
in
this a lot.
Brazil. That's what we keep hearing about
Mm,
Brazil, and I'm like, I need to go to a rock show in Brazil. It sounds like the whole Latin American.
Yeah, Latin America, Mexico, Mexico. These places, these people are diehard about that stuff. And it's not
Yes.
just rock. They're diehard about all music out there. I've concluded that there's just more depth with what they listen to. I mean, I don't know how else to
yeah.
explain that. There's more appreciation for the music, certainly live performance. Um,
Definitely.
the US can be a little tricky. I don't know why it is, but it's just different. Maybe it's
I
just
think
in a different
we,
place.
especially like the stadium and the bigger tours, Latin America just hadn't had it for so long, whereas in America it's been like the standard. So now that I think you're seeing
Yeah.
more bands tour through there, a bigger appreciation. Like I said, I lived in El Salvador for 3 years, and most concerts are being canceled. So when Aerosmith finally came through, it was huge. Like
Wow.
Maná played, which was like it's a Latino band, but like when Aerosmith finally came through, it was huge because that was like the biggest one of the only live shows that had happened in that year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's something. It's not like you have a
Mhm.
lot of choices on during the week and weekend of where to pick or all summer long.
I think even if they had, choices left and right, they'd still be there. I think there's a level of
Amazing
appreciation
fans.
that's
Mhm.
different. Like
Mhm.
even when fans or people come up to me and talk to me after those shows and take pictures, like the things that they say, the depth of their compliment is very, very different than the
Yeah.
compliments I might get mostly, and I'm generalizing, but through the
Mhm.
U.S., it's just not the same.
Yeah.
That's
So
wonderful.
I
Have
think
you
yeah,
I
played
think
Japan? Oh,
I
sorry.
have
Go
oh.
not.
ahead.
No, I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
made it to. I haven't made it to Asia yet. I would love to. Quite frankly, I haven't really even played much of Europe either. So,
Okay.
um,
All
haven't been
right.
to that side. It's mostly been the
Yeah.
U.S. and Latin America.
Wow.
Yeah, that,
That will be fun for you. That's okay. That's the next place Brandon's going to go. Okay. Europe and the other side. Okay. We'll look
Yeah.
for it. My comment from the difference between the two was, you know, I feel like and I don't know how this will be perceived, but we're spoiled. You know what I mean? Like in the US, we are relatively spoiled. And
with
so
music, definitely. Yeah.
yeah, and I just feel like it makes sense to me that appreciation for it would be so much different elsewhere because it's just
Well,
so.
yeah. No. And
Mhm.
Amy, we're talking to three people right now that have a California music scene.
Uh-huh.
We were spoiled by getting
Uh-huh.
to see it all, and we realized not everyone else did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and you're right, and I'm glad you said it. We are spoiled, but to take it a step further, I think it's just shallow. Like
Mm.
like I said, the depth of what people say in these other countries,
Oh,
they're
Yeah.
they're they're listening intently, and I know that they're focused on what's happening, and there's a
yeah.
deeper
Mm.
appreciation. Even if there were great rock bands or I'm sorry, even if, rock was popular in the 70s and 80s, of course, in the US. I don't know. I just feel like things are so shallow now, and everybody expects something like maybe perfection or whatever, but I don't know how many people are willing to like compliment and be deeper about it in the experience of the shows, at least that I've seen. I could play my ass off, and I think a lot of people would just be like, good show, bro. And that's fine. But, when somebody in, South America or in Mexico is like, oh my God, like when you play that one part on that one song, that really like hits
They
me in the
know it.
heart.
Yeah.
Like that's paying attention. So it's less
That is.
shallow. My
That
take
is.
on it.
Okay, so this,
go ahead. Amy.
maybe I'm wrong here, but you're actually giving me the freedom to express something. And I think that's maybe part of it is, we're supposed, it's hard to sometimes say the things you think. And you were talking about, you kind of did a few different things. And I was thinking the one thing that, okay, so I was so engrossed in singing my heart out and literally dancing the night away, screaming so loud, I still can't talk. Did you change up Switch a little when you guys did Switch? Do you know? Because I was so focused in on that, I was like, oh my gosh, they're even doing Switch. And then I thought I heard something a little different. And I was like, I think that was a little different. And then maybe
Go
not.
ahead, sorry.
Maybe it wasn't
No.
on that song. But then the choice, I get really excited. So I hope that's okay. The choice for Hysteria. Oh my word. Okay, so I am that level of a Def Leppard fan who knows where that came from. And as soon as I heard that bass line, I was audible. And I think I'm so sorry. What's the bass player's name again? Because I literally had it in my head and it just left because I'm talking to you.
Patrick
It was
McGrath.
okay. So Patrick starts playing it. He's literally like right in front of me. And I just go, oh, it's Hysteria. And I said, I love this version because I know exactly where it came from. It was the 1986 In the Round video, like they did the video, and it was in Denver. And I've listened to it over and over again. It's my favorite version or intro for Hysteria. I knew exactly what it was. And the look of surprise on his
That's right. I was
face
going to look that up.
when he heard me say that, because I said it loud. It's just really excited.
Were you loud, Amy? Were you loud?
Can't even imagine, can you?
No.
But anyway, those were the things and the touches that I just absolutely appreciated about all of it. So you gave me permission to kind of go there because sometimes we don't always, and maybe that's the cultural difference a little bit. The little bit of a difference is maybe we just don't know what we should say, but there you go.
Well, I want to ask, so when you're playing like Def Leppard or Icon, like is there a difference in songs that the crowd reacts to from like the different countries you're in?
No.
So we're going to skip Pour Some Sugar on Me because that's like globally everyone knows that one.
Well, okay, yeah. So, these are two different bands, right? So, Pyromania,
exactly.
we play in the US, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, Pour Some Sugar. That's why I make the joke. I don't know if you heard me. I'm like, well, that's all we know. Right before we played, see you later. Like, wait a minute.
And the whole crowd, people were like, sugar, sugar. And you're like, yeah, you know it's coming.
Well, I to the mic, I'm like, that's all we know. Sorry.
So funny.
That's funny.
So funny.
That song, Hysteria. That's about it. I mean, actually, Armageddon It. Most people go pretty crazy about.
Yeah.
With Icons, they're crazy about every song.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what we play. They're all going nuts, and it's insanity the whole time. So,
okay, Amy, something else to put on our list to go see.
Icons.
If you want to come to or South America, sure.
Right.
We have a whole list. I mean,
we
I
have
travel
a
for
whole
music,
list.
So.
Yeah. We need to go to Sweden Rock Fest. We need to.
Any show I'm ever playing with anyone, if US or whatever, you guys, you come out and I'd love to have you out if I can.
Thank you.
It would be so
I do love it.
fun. Oh my gosh, yes. We need to get you over to Europe. So
I would love that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Okay, so Brandon, I'm also going to ask you, we've touched your live playing, but tell us about your social media presence and your
Okay.
teaching and everything that you're doing online. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I've been doing social media for maybe 10 years now, or chipping away at it. That's when
Mm-hmm.
I first started posting videos of covers, stuff like that. And quite frankly, I didn't want to at first. This girl that I was dating at the time kept pushing me to it. She's like, "You should put videos of you playing guitar up." And I was like, "No, that's
Exactly.
stupid. I don't want to do that." I had this whole bad attitude towards it. I just thought it was toxic. Anyway,
Okay, fair enough.
I I started then, and then got more into it. Been teaching online, for many years. I've started guitar schools online. I've done tons of courses. But building my social media, I mean, the last few years I was really, really hungry down on it, like posting consistently, keeping up with the Joneses. The last like probably 5, 6 months, I got kind of burnt out, and I've eased up on it a little bit. But it's something that's been a big part of my branding, I would say, in the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Okay, is it all you or do you have a team that helps you?
Mm.
It's mainly been all me. This last year, I did have a team involved, and this ties into this online guitar school that I had earlier
Okay.
this year that has since gone under, but different story. I had a team of 6 involved, so I did at the time, but I built everything on my own way before all of this. So yeah, I mean, I've kind of seen both sides of that at this point, but it's mainly been myself, one man show.
Wow.
And which platform do you use most often? Is it YouTube for or
Well,
Instagram?
it's changed over the years. It started as Facebook,
Of course.
and then
Yes.
more to Instagram. And then this year I tried to focus more on YouTube. And now that I've stepped back, I have to like reevaluate which platform is going to make most sense for my
Oh
business,
yeah.
guitar lessons and performance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Where do
yeah,
you get most of your engagement?
probably Instagram. I
Mm-hmm.
have millions and millions of views on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I wish
We
there's like a total.
noticed.
There's like a total number of views, but I'd love to just see it one day because it's got to be in the 40, 50 millions, maybe more. Might even be
Yeah.
100. I don't know,
Yeah.
but Instagram.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
I have to ask. So,
Oh,
as you're getting started and all of these things, and you have to have these idols and these, people that you highly respect, or guitar players that you look up to, and all of that. Do you have a time, and we can go into more than one, because uh do you have someone that you were able to meet who was either influential to you, or that you were nervous about, or that was just kind of like you looked at it and you were kind of like, how is this my life right now? Kind of a thing, because we've had those situations in terms of fans and
mhm.
and and all of that. So what's talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was thinking about this after we talked on the phone yesterday, because I'm not really like a starstruck kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fanboy usually. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like, I was just working out at the gym earlier before this interview, and Robert Ory of the Lakers, Lakers are my biggest everything.
Wow.
Kobe's my diehard everything.
Yeah.
Well, Robert Ory, if you know, was on the championship
Uh-huh.
team with Kobe and Shaq, and he hit some big shots. But he was working out at the gym right next to me earlier, and I just looked at him. I was like, "That's cool," and I just kept went about my business. So I'm not really
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
starstruck,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but there is one that definitely I I had that moment, and that was with Ozzy Osbourne. I got to meet Ozzy a total of 3 times, and I met him the first time when I was 24. And I'll tell the story if you'd like to get into
Yeah,
that.
I'd love to hear it.
And The other 2 times I met him within like a year beyond that or something like that. But when I started playing, I'll try to make this consolidated. When I started playing guitar at 16, it was because of Ozzy and Metallica. Those are the only 2 bands, 2 artists that I like was all about. It was 8 hours a day of learning Metallica songs and learning Ozzy Osbourne songs. In fact, my earliest videos on social media of Facebook and some of my most viewed covers are of all the Ozzy guitar players. It's Zakk Wylde, Jakey Lee, Randy Rhoads.
Randy Rhoads.
Like,
I was watching those.
I appreciate that. So when I was 16, up until 26 years old, probably, all I wanted to do was play guitar for Ozzy Osbourne. I wanted to get the gig just like Zakk did, just like Ed. He's the only guy that I really wanted to play for. And at 24, I had an opportunity to do like a meet and greet and meet him. Someone had hooked me up with it because they knew I was such a big fan. So me being obsessive at the time, I created a demo and I recorded it at my house. And I'm like, when I meet him, I'm going to hand him it.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
this is my chance.
Right.
Well, so I go and I created this package from like Kinko's at the time. Do you remember Kinko's?
Of course.
And it was like cellophane, if you will. It was like a Ziploc, and it had a big photo card which had pictures of me performing with that metal band around LA. It had a couple Polaroid style shots of me, whatever. And then it had a CD in it of me playing a few of his songs. I think it was like Flying High Again and some of the other songs or whatever. So I went to San Jose and I met him and I handed him the package. Now, security / whoever was working with him kind of grabbed it and they put it in a bag. But I knew that it was gifts from fans. Like they have that dedicated to people that are hit the meet and greet, right? But when I met him, I was extremely nervous. I remember waiting outside the room because they brought us into this room. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm about to finally meet Ozzy, you know, like this is crazy to me, you know? So I don't know, not to make this story even longer, but I met him. It was great. And I was totally starstruck. And I remember leaving just like the meet and greet, tripping out. I'm smiling. I'm like, oh my God. I had a vest that was made that had Ozzy all over it. I still have it. It's in one of my closets. And I had him sign it and all that stuff.
Aww.
So this was probably the biggest like starstruck moment.
Yeah.
The sad the story is A, I never got to play with him. B, I doubt he ever heard the CD. But hey,
That's
you know,
fantastic.
that's my story.
Do you remember which venue?
Yeah, it was one of the arenas where the Sharks play, I think.
Where the Sharks play. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I'm from San Jose.
I remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it changes names.
You know,
Yeah, it changes names based on the year.
Yeah. Just it's the Shark Tank. It's fine.
The Shark Tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the place. I mean,
that makes sense for Ozzy.
Arena.
Yeah.
It does
Ozzy,
make
that's
sense.
exactly what he'd be playing.
Wow.
Yeah. He's not playing the clubs.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you said to him?
At the time, gosh, let me think back here. I remember where I was standing. I still have the photo. I posted it on social media when he that one. And this is the other part of the story. So when we took the photo, he put his hands around my neck and like
nice
for clothes. And I was like, does he do this all the time? And I find other photos. He didn't do that. So I mean,
all right.
He wanted to choke you.
Okay.
No. And he's like, zapping me. I know. Yeah. I don't remember what was said. It was very brief. It was like, hey, my name is Brandon, big fan, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Tried to hand him the thing, but somebody had grabbed it. Not in like a weird way.
Yeah, right. But just
I don't think he could really hear me as well either. Like, I think he was in a different place in his life. Like, I don't know that he was kind of all there at the time, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Was that about 10 years ago?
He saw me clearly about 10 years. No, that was more than that.
Yeah, it's like he wouldn't have been, I don't know if he was, still for 12
years ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Math, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 12
right.
years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
That's exciting.
I mean, that's like super iconic, right? I mean, so have you
Mm-hmm.
met
Mm-hmm.
the guys in Def Leppard?
Ironically, I have not.
Oh, I
No.
wonder.
And
Okay.
I've been wanting to. I've met Vivian before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is actually before I started playing in bands or whatever with Andrew. I remember going and seeing Last in Line probably a handful of years ago, more than that, maybe
Yeah.
6 years ago or something like that. And I had met Vivian kind of briefly then, but
Okay.
not really like well.
Mm-hmm.
And I, ironically too, another ironic situation. So at
I love
that
it.
show, Amy, that you saw, one of
Uh-huh.
the guys that was there in front of this or at the front of the stage, he's been good friends with Phil for a while. And he was like,
Okay.
"Oh, I'm totally going to send these videos to Phil and I want you guys to connect."
Aw.
That'd be amazing. I've been wanting
That
to
would be
meet the
amazing.
guy forever.
Right?
So,
Right?
yeah.
We had a surprise moment a little bit with him at one point because we interviewed Helen, his wife,
His wife, who is
because she's got some
amazing. She is
amazing stories.
amazing.
Oh my gosh. She gave us the biggest tip. She was like, if you really want to know the stories, ask the crew. The
Yeah.
crew have the stories. And we're like, oh.
Uh,
Anyway, but we were talking, just chatting with her, we, getting her stories. And I asked a question about, because she's had in the past done some wardrobe things, not necessarily for the band, but I had asked about something specific, and she's like, hey, babe. And in comes Phil into the screen, and we're like, oh,
That's cool.
hi. We weren't expecting it, so we were
It was
kind of
really
like, we
sweet.
didn't
It was
have that
really
moment
sweet.
to feel nervous and get yourself collected. It was just kind of a ba-bam. And
It was
so,
really
but it
sweet.
was really fun. Yeah,
Oh
it
my
was
Yeah,
really
gosh.
sweet.
I'd love to meet all of the absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God. I
guess
bet they would
specifically
love.
Phil because Phil's in Southern California. I mean, that's
Mm-hmm.
close to me, so
Right.
I'll meet him at some point. It'll be a
Yeah.
treat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
it'll
that
be
is
amazing.
fun.
So that's excellent. Um, Future plans, like you've got these, was it 3 or 4 tours going now? That keeps you pretty busy. But you, if I understand
Writing music,
correctly,
social media. There's
you
so
always have to have things, yeah, right? But you always have to have things in the pipeline, right? You're self-employed.
Right.
So, what do you have anything that's coming
Mm.
that you're at liberty to speak about?
Well, you nailed it. I'm self-employed musician,
Yeah.
so you have to have a
Mhm.
lot of irons in the fire.
Mhm.
You have to have a lot of things going, wear a lot of hats, whatever expression we want to use here.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah. So right now I'm touring a lot for the next couple months. I'm playing every single weekend outside of this weekend with those 3 artists. So my schedule's pretty damn full. But during the
Yeah.
weeks, I'm teaching full time. I'm always teaching guitar online. I coach and mentor guitar students. I've got a bunch of courses that I filmed. When the year slows down in November, December, I'm going to get back to putting those out. So those will be my next things for teaching and education.
Yeah.
As far as
is it
performing, I mean, I'm playing every week. It's not hard to find me really right
Right?
now.
Right?
Um, so those are my main points of focus right now.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of stuff. I won't go obviously into any of this, but I've had a lot of stuff happen in my personal life the last few months that's been pretty shitty. So
Mhm.
I'm just trying to step back and take care of what I have to take care of before I
Mhm.
get back to
Mhm.
extra like social media development and stuff like that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that?
I
Yeah.
don't blame you for that. It's that those seasons we want to tuck in, and we have every right to. So, I think you're probably right to do that, and hopefully through that you are able to get the healing that you need for all of that, because it's a
Oh
lot. It's a
yeah.
lot. Okay, so you're doing lessons. Do
Mhm.
you
Oh
have
yeah.
like a core group? Do you prefer teaching kids, adults? Do you have a mixture in there? What have you? Because I've seen a few of your had some really good ideas, like a 10-minute free lesson. That's amazing. And then, but who's reaching out to you?
Mm.
Well, my preference teaching is definitely probably adults or young
Yeah.
adults. Anything
Mm-hmm.
past that. I've taught at music schools over the years. I've taught elementary schools, School of Rock, stuff like that. I'm not as much of a fan of teaching young kids just because it feels more like babysitting half of the time, if I can be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
But I love teaching anyone who's willing to learn. I want to help. I'm all about helping
right.
and education. As far as who reaches out to me, it's mostly young adults and older adults for sure. It's mostly guys that want to play, and I've got girl students as well, but I think the guitar lends more. There's just more guys that play
There's more
guitar,
guys that want to
so
play it. Yeah.
mostly, yeah.
Well,
I teach everybody, but people who are reaching out, it's mostly young guys or even older guys as well.
older guys would have been my husband, because he was at the show with us, and he's actually like, he came up to him and he goes, I follow that guy, I know that guy, can't believe he's here. And he was the one who went up and talked to you first. And
I remember
was
he said that. Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, oh my word. I just, the connection, I feel like,
Yeah.
was pretty awesome, and just our conversation and all of that was really cool.
I think
Yeah.
you fit an entire week into that night. I am just like, how did I miss this?
Oh my gosh.
I woke up.
It really was the best night. It was like, everything about this night was just perfection, and Pyromania topped it off. Like, you can see here, okay, here's a me and Michael Foster picture from like 1992.
Nice.
And so I
I'm
was
looking if I
really
have it here.
excited to see Firehouse, and he signed that picture. We got a new picture,
Did he have a
and
shirt
I
on?
absolutely adore it. And
Sorry.
he did. No, but he actually was like, he was so sweet. He was like, oh man, I loved those shorts. And anyway, it was the whole night was great. And then to have my favorite, so Def Leppard is, I have three favorite bands, and it's Def Leppard, band Disciple, which is a Christian metal band, and then Firehouse. And to have two of those bands in one night, and especially topped off with Pyromania, it was literally just perfection. Like,
That's
I'm
so cool.
still buzzed, but in the right way.
But you can talk now at least. You couldn't talk for the last few days. Okay, Brandon, I'm going to close this out with some rapid fire. It doesn't have to be rapid. Some quick questions. Okay. Favorite Def
Right.
Leppard song to play live?
Love bites.
Very good.
That
I
was
like
so
that.
funny.
Uh,
Andrew was so funny introducing that song. Oh my gosh. He was worried somebody was going to get pregnant in the crowd. I'll just put it that way. It was so funny.
okay, well, let's move on, Amy.
Sorry. As soon as you say that. Okay.
Do you have a favorite guitar that you don't like to leave home without for gigs?
Well, I endorse a company called Iconic, and the custom guitar that was built for me, the red one that is mainly seen in my videos, I pretty much keep that with me 95% of the gigs that I'm on. So if I had to choose one, because every gig requires a different guitar usually, the red one is probably the one, obviously, that I play the most.
Okay.
Iconic.
What city did you have from the different bands you're with the craziest show? Craziest fans?
Oh, God. What city? What U.S. city?
Or South American, Latin
Or
American?
we could go international.
Central American? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tiebreaker between Zacatecas, Mexico, and probably another city, Aguascalientes in Mexico. There's footage that I posted on my social media of drones flying around with a huge stadium and fire going off and just all kinds of nuttiness. If you want to refer to it like in that sense of like a lot of people and pyro theatrics, yes, I would say those two. But in the U.S., gosh, I don't know. I mean, there's been some great shows. I don't really know about a U.S. city. I can't off the top of
I'm
my
going
head.
to go with Oroville.
Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, Oroville.
Okay.
How do you say it? Oroville? Oroville? Is there two O's in it?
Oroville.
Oroville?
Yeah,
Or
there are.
Okay.
Yeah. That's funny.
What is a song that you would like to cover to perform live that you have not done so far?
Any artist.
Any artist.
I mean, I've done pretty much most of what I've
I know.
wanted to. I don't know if there are any left. I've been in a shit ton of bands that play covers, so I hate to say it, I don't really have an answer to that one. I
That's
think
fine.
if I did, maybe I played most of the Van Halen stuff live in a jam or some sort of fashion. It'd probably be a Randy Rhoads song. Let's go with
Mm.
oh no, did a Randy Rhoads tribute. What am I talking about? I've
I
done
know.
those as well.
Yes.
I'm gonna stick to my original there. I don't think there are any left that I'm like
awesome.
super jazzed about.
Yeah.
I don't have many.
I have
Okay.
a
So
question.
go ahead,
Mhm.
Amy.
If there was one international star that you could tour the world with and just do a huge tour, who would it be?
Well, it would have been Ozzy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy for sure. At this point, I mean, shit. If he could be in Def Leppard.
Right,
There you
right,
go.
right.
Exactly.
But I mean,
exactly.
if something like, right. But I mean, like if something like this is huge and totally it's pop, but if Taylor Swift came along, would you take it?
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Crazy to
Amy,
not
I
take
would
it.
do
Yeah.
like I
Right.
would like sweep at a Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like if I could tour with them, I would sweep.
I think
Right.
the pop stars probably Lady Gaga because I like a lot of her music, but she
Love
also
her music.
like a rock player.
Yeah.
Like that's a dedicated position that I've seen in her band at times. I don't know what it is now, but she's had like full on rock shredder guitar player. So
Yeah.
Lady Gaga would be
She's such an
amazing.
artist.
There you go.
I'd love to play
Right.
with her. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. That's
That
kind of
would be-
where I
that
was
would-
going with it in terms of, size and scope and all of that. Besides outside of rock, so
Just
yeah,
that.
that would
Okay.
be
So
fun.
Amy and I, obviously, we're massive music fans. What festival worldwide that you've played at or you've seen or been to should we work on trying to get to? I think Mexico is going to be the answer from hearing your stories, like somewhere in Mexico.
When you say trying to get to, what do you mean? Like,
So Amy and I to
Where
go
should we
together
go?
to a show. Plan. Where should we plan?
oh, God. Well, the ones in Mexico, admittingly, I never remember the names of. I remember the cities that I'm in, but I don't remember the names of the
No,
festivals.
right. Okay.
They have a thing called Feria, which is Feria, Feria, which I guess is just kind of, that's like a common term for fair.
For fest.
But they have the Feria, which they do, I think, throughout the year, which is pretty popular. That's where some of those other shows that I was talking about happened under. They call it Feria, but
Okay.
that's probably one that would be,
If you could choose one you haven't played at, where would you go?
Download Festival, that'd be sick.
Okay.
The big Download Festival, that'd be cool.
Okay. All right.
Rock in Rio, I mean, can't argue with that. That's massive.
Right?
There's a Carolina Rebellion looks really cool. The one they do in I don't know if they do it in South or North Carolina, but Def Leppard headlined it one year. I mean, it's a massive outdoor festival thing. That would be fun.
So far on our list now, Katya's keeping it going, but we have
Just writing it down.
Sweden Rock Fest. We have M3
The one
and Mountain Music
I want to
Festival.
do Mountain Music. I want to do the one in Germany too.
Wacken.
Yeah.
Is that what
Wacken.
is?
Yeah. Wacken.
Wacken.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's another one. Well, I played M3. I played M3 with Lizzie Borden a few years ago.
How was it?
It's great. That's actually one of the best one of the best festivals I've ever played for sure.
Okay.
It was beautiful. Weather was perfect. There's a rotating stage. It was awesome. We went down. We played at the perfect time. We started when it was sunset, went dark, and it was amazing. I've done Monsters on the Mountain with Pyromania. Actually, we did that.
Yeah. Have you done Rocklahoma?
Oh, Rock.
I have. Yeah, I have. But not like on one of the bigger main stages. No, I was in an original band that played Rocklahoma, but we were, I think, on one of the smaller stages, but technically I've done it. Yes.
Yeah. Fun. Okay.
I know.
Let's
I
go.
just need to spend my life
Like,
touring as a
let's do it
fan
all.
of these shows. That's just what I need to be doing. Oh my gosh, Brandon, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to catch up with you again when
Mm-hmm.
when you have more things you want to tell us. Would love to
Yep.
hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Mm-hmm.
I'm already like trying to
Yeah.
live vicariously
No.
from last weekend.
That's
Oh my
okay.
gosh, it was
We'll
so
be other
great.
time. Thank you guys so much for having me. This is a treat. Anytime
Yeah.
we can hang
Okay.
Oh,
out and
thank you.
come on and just, have fun with you guys. I would love
We
that.
will take you
Yeah,
up on it.
we love it. Seriously, but I was telling Katya before you got here, I was like, you are really personable, and we just enjoyed chatting after the show. And I looked at Katya, we've had great guests, and most everybody's been super easy. And I was like, this is going to be a breeze, girl. It's going to go so well. So thank you so much for
Oh, I
coming,
love it.
and
I love
thank
it.
you for
Thank you.
sharing all the things that you did with us. And I'm going to look forward to it. We're going to keep an eye on your schedule, and we'll definitely connect again. So
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. I appreciate it. That means a lot. Yeah. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Fucking me.
I love it.
Oh, Amy, I can't wait to like see Brandon in person now. What
He's
a great
amazing. He's amazing. Like, amazing. I really like him. I'm like, I just everywhere. Yes, let's go.
Well,
Let's find
I
out.
am going to be, following all his stories to see when he's going to play somewhere and see which band or see what he's doing. I'd like to see him
Hmm.
live too. I think that
Hmm.
would be a real treat. And Amy, I am also going to laugh that we're both wearing the shout out
This was
hats that
totally
we
unplanned. And look, we're both wearing Def Leppard shirts. Oh
Oh,
my
Amy.
gosh, how funny is that? That was okay. No, seriously, you
There-
guys, totally unplanned. Just like it's unplanned. Well, I always say like and subscribe, so I can't really say it's unplanned to say like and subscribe. But you guys, we really, really do appreciate Brandon coming on the show. It was so fun the way, like, literally, Pyromania was on a Saturday, and we recorded that the following Tuesday. Like, how amazing was that? It was phenomenal. So, oh my gosh, we just really appreciate Brandon. Can't wait to see everywhere he goes and everywhere we can try to catch a show. Highly recommend that you do the same.
Follow his
Because
social media. It's
yeah,
fantastic.
incredibly talented guitar player, and we just wish the best for him, safe travels, all of that. So like I said, if you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do that. There's a share button, and we would really love to see our podcast grow. So make sure that you click that share button and send this episode to a friend who you think would enjoy it. Maybe somebody learning to play guitar. Brandon is available for lessons. He does these really cool things on his Instagram page where it's like a 10-minute lesson totally free. It's like if you have just a small little thing that you're struggling with that I can help you conquer, 10 minutes, let's go. I think that's amazing. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Amy,
Yeah,
should we pick up guitars?
I know, right? I'm like, I have a few just right behind my computer, but they're not mine. But I do have access. So amazing.
Uh,
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, what did we say? Did we say everything? Did we get there?
I think so. I think so. I think we're just going to say, like, I think we're so inspired by Def Leppard in
Mhm.
between Brandon and Pyromania, Andrew
Mhm.
Freeman and Pyromania, the Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame, Helen's tribute
Mhm.
episode on TSO to
I
Def
know.
Leppard. It's just kind
Oh,
of been a
that's
warm hug of Def Leppard in the
I
last few
know. And
weeks.
that's another thing I want to say, you guys. We are both wearing our TSO audio crew hats. And I'm serious, it wasn't planned. Like, we both showed up. I turned on the camera and there we were. So completely hysterical. We laughed at each other. But if you are not aware, Helen Collin, who we've had on our show and are looking to have come again, if you are
Helen,
unaware, Helen
yes,
Collin has this really great thing on an app called oh shoot, what's the app called?
Station Head. Station Head.
That's right. Thanks. Station Head. And her show is The Shout Out. And she does, it's like a radio show where you have various songs. She's got themes that she's got going on different times, but it's all Gen X music, which is phenomenal. Some of it you go, oh my gosh, I haven't heard this in years. And it is just a really good time. There's a chat. So when she's live, everybody's chit chatting back and forth. We get some really cool stories from Helen, which we're hoping to share on the show in the next few weeks. But check out Station Head. Check out the shout out. It's a lot of fun. And maybe we'll see you there. Okay.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, Aim, this has been fun.
Super fun. I'm so tickled. I just really think that Brandon's a great guy. It's been it's not been a long time. You don't always come across people who are just so down to earth. You know what I mean? We've been very, very lucky with the guests on our show. Like, we really overall haven't seen a lot of ego on our show, which I very much adore. But
Are we going to call it out when we do get it?
I know, right? Ego. I don't know. Is it confidence, or, it could be a positive thing, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. We're blabbering now because we just had so much fun. All right. Hey, Katya.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Rock the life.
So funny. All right.